And we're live. It's the LUKE-N-SHAE'S Plays podcast. I'm Luke, and that's Shay over there. Tonight we're going to do a banger video. We're doing a reaction and a chat afterwards. We're going to talk. So it's live. Everything is live. So if you'd like to join in, definitely would like for you to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Jump on in here, See what if you like our content, by all means, share it. What's going on with you, Shay? How's things going?
I'm more concerned with what's going on with you on your special day. For our viewers out there, today is Luke's birthday. So want to give a shout out to Luke. I hope you enjoyed your birthday. For those viewers who want to bless Luke on his birthday, Cash App is in our little ticker at the bottom. The Luke star, you'll see it down there. You can bless him for his birthday. Luke, how was your day?
Well, I had a good day. I had spent time with my grands, but outside of that, not too much. I'm going to party later though.
Okay, there you go. Good. That's good.
You see,
you had nice weather today for your birthday, so I hope you was out enjoying it.
It was a beautiful day. Today we're going to do a podcast that I seen earlier. I didn't see, but I watched a little bit. Well, actually, the title caught my attention, and so I thought I'd do a reaction video to it. So we must see how that works out.
All right.
And the podcast is the Fearless Podcast with Jason Whitlock. I thought it was interesting. So are we ready? Shay, you ready? We're going to go ahead and get started.
I'm ready to go. Let's go.
Johnson has said something that I agree with, and something we've been saying on this show. He's saying that Obama was a plant for the LGBTQIA plus silent P crowd. Let's play the clip.
One of the reasons Barack Obama was made president is so he could normalize the LGBTQ agenda in the Black community. Think about it. If George Bush tried to push homosexuality in the Black community, we would have rejected him.
Of course.
If Donald Trump tried to push homosexuality in the Black community, we would have rejected him.
Of course.
You could only normalize that through a black face.
Black man.
Obama was made president to make it normal. When Barack Obama became president, homosexuality was not a mainstream issue, nor was it accepted as a mainstream alternative to the traditional family.
I gotta look at
By the time he left office in 2008, they were completely running everything. And if you even disagreed with, I'm gonna give you an example.
It is.
I do a lot of graduation speeches, right? At the June.
Okay.
Elementary school, middle school, high school. I normally do about 20 graduation speeches a season.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
When Barack Obama was president, I might have did 5. It dropped significantly.
Want zero transfer fees and great rates to Jamaica? Send your first on.
Okay, so I'd like to hear more about that because
I was
schools who I normally did their commencement, they was calling me up, Dr. Umar, we can't have you speak this year. Why? The LGBTQ say you don't agree with them, you can't speak. I said, but this is a graduation speech. This ain't politics. This is motivation. Get ready for the rest of your life. What does LGBT got to do with my 10-minute speech motivating these 12th graders to make sure you do well in college? Well, we have LGBT teachers and they're saying you're insensitive and you're homophobic. So I saw how not agreeing with the lifestyle could limit your opportunities in life. You had people getting fired from jobs, not for pushing hate, because I don't agree with hate. I don't agree with the lifestyle. But I don't want harm for any human, no matter what their situation is.
That's the way to do it.
But the way that they did it was the LGBTQ said, to disagree with me is to hate me. They created a narrative that if you disagree, you support violence against me. You don't want us to work. You want us to be shot, killed, man.
Yeah.
We never said that.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
We just said we don't agree with the lifestyle.
Right.
But they turned it into a whole campaign against anybody who disagreed with it. And that's another reason why a lot of people didn't vote for Kamala Harris, black men, because they got tired of the effeminization, and then they took it to Africa. Obama started it. He went to Africa. He went to Liberia. He went to Rwanda, a couple other places. He said, if you don't legalize gay marriage, we cutting off your aid.
Yeah.
That's some of the best work I've ever heard from Umar. It's why, you know, Umar will do some silly things, say some things.
We're going to talk on that, or because that's a lot right there. And I actually agree, because a lot of us were blindsided with that whole thing. And I know, for one, I definitely voted for him because of who he was. No cap with that. That's, you know, and as far as his policies, he wasn't really saying too much, you know, there. But when he got in office, yeah, I can agree. I noticed a lot of that happening, and different things with schools that were pushing that really hard. Like, my kids would come home and say, Mom, you know, this is happening at school, or they want us to learn this. It was like they were really trying to push that hard on kids. And yeah, that happened with Obama's administration. Yeah, when he was in office. And it's kind of like nobody really talked about it. It was kind of like just eased it in there, and it was like, okay, people say, oh, he did his terms gracefully, but yeah, look at all the stuff he opened the doors with, though. You know, that's something. And to each his own with that. I'm not, like I said, that's whoever's preference is whatever it is, that's on you. But I do believe what he just said was true.
But yeah, I never heard Umar spit like that. Umar was putting it out there. But yeah, that it is kind of, like I said, all the shows that we had was connected. So that was a big thing. Like, even what was the show with Terrence Howard, and then like the whole Will Smith show, I forget the name of that, the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where they had they turned Ashley into being gay. So yeah, I mean, it was just all over the place. Though it was heavily.
I never seen that. I heard people mention that about the new show. I never watched it.
And the Shy, and what was I always forget the show with Terrence Howard. I don't know why I forget. I didn't watch it, but I just remember all the talk around it. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it was everywhere. But like I said, it doesn't. He right in the sense of nobody. If a person disapproves with your lifestyle, that's why I said, as a black man, you can dislike a lot of things, and I you know, that's your choice. But disliking something doesn't mean I hate it. I don't want to. And that was the thing. That was the talk that needed to get out. The talk that needed to get out was, I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. But I can disagree with the lifestyle. Like, you a Philadelphia Eagle fan and I'm a Cowboy fan. I don't necessarily gotta hate you because you like the Eagles. And I don't share the same love for the Eagles. Don't mean I hate you because I'm a Cowboy fan. But that's the thing. We couldn't get to that part. And I think that was a needed conversation between both parties. Because like I said, you know, I have a lot of friends, and I don't want to sound like a racist guy, but that are gay, but I'm not against them. Like I said, but everything is different. Like, you know, like I said, it's just like you being an Eagle fan and me being a Cowboy fan. Grew up with my best friend being a Steeler fan. I didn't hate him. I loved him even more, but I didn't like his team at all. Couldn't stand his team, but I loved him as a brother. But like I said, so that's the conversation that needed to be had. It wasn't, you know, and that's one of the things that I hate that, you know, it was pushed that way, because it did. It was tearing people up. But to go on and say,
it was definitely tearing people up. It's almost like so if we were straight, you couldn't even enjoy being straight. It's like, if somebody said, okay, I'm in a, you know, I'm straight, then it was like, I guess that you have stuff against the LG, and that didn't mean that. It just meant, okay, you love who you are, we love who we are, however that goes. no, like you said, no hate or anything, but the way it was being pushed on everybody, like, come on, that's just the thing. People were getting canceled, people were losing your jobs. It's like, okay, I've heard some crazy stuff, like, I've heard people say, well, if your God doesn't love it turned into like a religion thing where, okay, if your God doesn't love my choice in being gay, then wow, I guess then your God's not for me. And I'm thinking, okay, well, that's in the Bible. That has nothing to do with me. I wasn't pushing that on any, but just hearing people talk about it, it was like shoving it up your throat. And I'm like, okay, I don't care what anybody's preference and who they want to date, but I don't think you should be influencing children. So no, when Obama was in office, a lot of us we sat there and we acted like that wasn't something that was happening. It was happening at an alarming rate. They were actually teaching kids stuff, and I just felt like that's just too much. I just feel like don't influence the kids on that whole thing.
Yeah,
that's all.
like I said, I can understand that. You got to protect the kids because it's the same thing. The same reason we didn't let them watch X-rated movies as children. I remember growing up and The Exorcist come out. We couldn't see it. So my era. So like I said, there was things that they just kept away from us on purpose.
Yeah.
That you're supposed to as a grown person, because the young mind sometimes is not ready for those type of things. But I understand, like I said, all of it that was going on, and it's a difficult thing. But like I said, Umar was really going in on that. He was really, Umar was really going in. That was the Jason Whitlock. I'm gonna have to find the original show, but because like I said, I just realized I got it under Fearless, but it's another podcast that he was watching, which I didn't catch the name of. But
okay.
But yeah, that was an interesting take on things and the way it went down. So yeah, and it's also, like I said, it's a scary situation when nobody's promoting nobody getting hurt. I love all my brothers and sisters, regardless of what they choose to do with their lives. You got free will. You can pick what you want, do what you want in that lifestyle. I don't push nothing on anybody, but like I said, it's to each his own in these endeavors. So like I said, in this world today, we all need to find a common ground and just, whatever that is and whatever, brings peace between, everybody. But like I said, that was an interesting take. That was a real interesting take. So I would like to probably have a full discussion on something like that, just to get people together and see where that goes.
Yeah, and again, we have to live in this world together. And like you said, nobody's promoting violence, nobody's promoting anything. I know plenty of people. I have plenty of friends that I have people that I grew up with that's the lifestyle that they chose. I don't treat them any different. I'm going to still comment on a post or something that you have. I'm no love lost there. But again, it's just when you come for the kids, that's where I had a problem with that, because like you said, growing up, we didn't have commercials like we have today. You turn on the TV now, the commercials are so inappropriate. You watching it with your family. That's why I don't even watch TV. I watch YouTube stuff, and because I stream. But my thing is, when I look at the commercials, I would have had to close my eyes throughout all the commercials as a kid, because my parents didn't let us watch all that. Now you have the women with the, everything is just, the panties and pork. And then you have so much of that too, where that could cause confusion for kids who don't know that. So you do have a lot of those couples in commercials now. So it's almost like you have to tell your children, because this is the world we live in. But I don't think schools should have been pushing that. I don't think that should have been something. And I believe that, when Obama was in office, that's something that he eased that right on in there with the education and everything like that.
I think in today's time, I don't even think sex scenes are needed today. I really do. I don't see where, you got to show the people. We all adults. We know what happened when people go in bedrooms and the doors are closed. I don't think, like I said, that's one of the things I agree with. They could have, they could have probably removed all of that today. But, I don't even know why they pushed that, because even growing up when the soap operas used to come on in the daytime, it was, it wasn't nothing risque, but, they would kiss, or you knew what was going on when they got together. And for many weeks or how many days later, the lady be pregnant. Like, oh, Jill's pregnant by Brad. And now you know what they were doing, but like I said, I don't think all of this stuff is needed today, but they do put it in a lot of TV shows, and
they put it in cartoons as well. They put it in cartoons. A lot of cartoons, a lot of cartoon movies now, they'll have something, that adults know what it means, what it's implying to. But I don't think they need to put that in there, because some kids are smart and they know exactly what they're hinting at. So it's just you got to try to keep these kids as young as possible. That's the thing. You got to keep them as young as possible, not influencing their way of thinking with that whole thing. If that's your choice, don't push that on kids. That's my whole thing. I just feel like the kids should have a right to grow up and be who they are, be who they are, not who they're seeing this one and that one be, because it's being shoved down their throat. That's all.
Well, like I said, we're going to wrap this up. And yeah, that was an interesting take. And I would like to, like I said, I would love to maybe get together with a few people and just have a discussion on how they see things. And I mean, because that was an interesting take. I had never heard nobody put, the Obama administration out there like that, saying it was the first open, I think he had the first gay president or something to that nature. But yeah, I had never heard nobody put it like that, but that's interesting. And like I said, I really enjoyed the show.
And that part too, I wanted to say that too, going to a different country and trying to get them to agree with having the same sex marriages. Like that's, I thought that was a lot too. You're trying to influence other countries to do the same thing. So yeah,
but that's how I guess that's how it works. But I know the presidents over there wasn't taking none of it. I know that, but they were definitely toes down with no. We ain't going. That's not one of our issues we have over here. Is that so? He wasn't trying to hear it. And whatever sanctions, I guess they said they'll have to deal with the sanctions later. But yeah, that's like I said, it's an interesting topic. It's something that I think should be discussed, or they need to sit down and talk about at some point in time. But that was interesting. Like I said, it was an interesting conversation. And
and like you said, it was great to have the conversation with people who agree with that lifestyle, people who are, into that, to have a conversation just to see how they go through life and the challenges they might have. We can have a discussion.
Yeah.
That
was an interesting take. So we're gonna wrap that up. And like I said, if you like this kind of content, we'd like for you to like, subscribe, and share. Definitely, we would love for you to share it. But more importantly, I would like for you to comment with a love or with a heart, or just
comment. Just say comment on that, just react to what we said. We're giving you a reaction. We like to have feedback. What can we do better? Or if you like the content, if you don't like the content, we're good with your reply. So so you can just click below and comment.
Any parting words for you over there, Shay, before we end this?
Oh, I definitely have parting words. Luke, again, enjoy your birthday. For those who didn't hear, today is my co-host's birthday, Luke. Happy birthday, Luke. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, your night. And Anybody who wants to bless Luke for his birthday, the Luke Star Cash App in the ticker at below. And I just want to say a positive mentality is a destined reality here at LUKE-N-SHAE'S place. We just want you to know that your mental health is important. So stay positive, wear your smile, and just keep being yourself. Okay, so happy birthday, Luke.
And God bless. Thank you. And God bless you guys. You guys have a beautiful rest of the day.